Hey y'all, let's take a very short lesson today, just major rules in algebra. And we know these already, but let's just go over them. If you add or subtract from one side of an equation, you do exactly the same thing to the other side of an equation, right? If you multiply or divide by one side of an equation, do the same thing to the other side of the equation, okay? Denominator, numerator, same quantity rule. We know this. You've already done this many times. Like if you, let's say you do 3/8, and you're going to multiply this and change the denominator. Oh, I want the denominator to be 24. Well, if you multiply the bottom by 3, then you have to do the top by 3 as well. So turns out to be 9/24. Exactly the same thing is true in algebra as well. If it works with numbers, then we do it in algebra as well. We just do it with x's and y's, which means any number. Okay, so let's look at this right here. You can do this top fraction, right? This shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay, if somebody asked you to solve this, you would say, no big deal. Let's see, the top would be, let's see, common denominator is 12, and then there's another 12. So 2/3 would be 8/12. 1/4 would be, okay, there you go. And then I got, okay, let's see, 11/12. Okay, now divided by 5/6. Oh, that just means multiplied by 6/5. And you can cancel if you want to, make that into a 2. That's going to be 11/10. Got it, right? Okay, if you can do that, you can do this thing what we're going to do right here. So pause it and copy. All right, I'm assuming you've paused and copied. We're going to do the numerator first and knock that into, one fraction. Then we're going to divide by the second fraction, which means we multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so we know that the common denominator of these two fractions on top will be x and y, right? So this will be x times y, this will be x times x, which is x squared. So our new single fraction, instead of these top two fractions, will be this, right? And if we go ahead and divide by a over y, that means we're multiplying by y over a, correct? Same thing. We look on top, we have a y, and on bottom, we have a y. So we can just multiply straight across. We have 1 left there. X squared plus 4 is on top. X times a is xa, and that is it. All she wrote. Okay. Pause and copy this one. All right, this is slightly different. Remember, if you have a denominator with a plus in it, you have to treat that as one thing. Okay, the common denominator of this is not x plus y. The common denominator is x plus y times y. So we're going to have to multiply by y here, and then by y there. This one we're going to have to multiply by x plus y, and this one we'll also have to multiply by x plus y. All right, so we have a new, one fraction here. So let's call it ya plus, I'm going to go ahead and distribute to m. mx plus my, this is going to be over y times x plus y. All right, and this will be multiplied, not by x over a plus m, but by a plus m over x. Okay, so what we'll have to do at this point is just go distribute the a plus m all the way through these three terms, just like we normally would, and get some long answer, and we can actually multiply just by x. This new denominator is a piece of cake. It's just going to be xy times x plus y, because the x times the y, I'll just put it out there. All right, the last thing we can do is just go, okay, well, a times ya, I'm going to put it up here. A times ya is ya squared. A times mx is amx. A times my is Amy, I guess. All right, let's see here. What's next? M is next. We're done with that. So mya is next. And then m times mx is m squared x. And then m times my is m squared y. And of course, it'd be better if you were to put this all in one line, but that's the top of the fraction. This is the bottom of the fraction. This looks kind of funky here. It's so long and kind of looking, but anyway, that's how you're going to take care of ones like 33.2. So, all right, let's take a look at the practice problems and go ahead and pause it and try A. Okay, A, we can go ahead and create a new denominator. It's going to be z there, and then we have to do a z there. So our new fraction turns into z, oops, that's not right, zm plus 3 over zp. If we're divided by this, that means we're multiplying by this. The p's cancel, and we just have zm plus 3 over z times s, and there you go. Okay. All right, go ahead and pause it and try B. All right, B is kind of But let's attack it here. So we know we need an m here, multiplied by there. We need an m here. And then over here we need a plus m. And I'm just going to go ahead and write. I'm just going to distribute the s times the a plus m. So that'll be plus sa and then plus sm. Good? Okay, so my new numerator turns into my plus sa plus sm. And then my new denominator, of course, is going to be m times a plus m. And if I'm multiplying by this, excuse me, if I'm dividing by this, that means I'm multiplying by y plus s over a, which is not going to be fun. All right, let's just go ahead and we'll do the top first. My times y is my squared. My times s is my s. Done. All right. Sa times y is, say, oops, I'm not done with that yet. Sa times s is s squared a. All right, Sm times y is Smy. Sm times s is s squared m. And denominator is m. I'll just put m times a like that, and then put a plus m. And there you go. Not a very fun looking fraction, but that's how you do it. So anyway, okay. Hope that worked for you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.